Hello everyone. Now in this video we will learn what is the logic of the word perpetuity. Alright, friends, perpetuity is nothing but infinity. We have learned how to take the present value of normal cash flows. We have learned how to take the present value for an annuity, but here we have to find out the present value for infinity. That is, suppose if I am talking from year 1 to infinity, if my cash flow is turning out to be, let us say, 100, what would be my discount factor? This is the question. If it was 5 years, what we normally do is we can use our calculator and do 1 divided by 1.1. Let us say the discount factor I am talking about is 10%. So what I can do is I can do 1 divided by 1.1. I can press equal to 5 times, and then there is a button called GT. The moment I press this, I get the annuity factor. But when you go from year 1 to infinity, this doesn't look to be a practical situation. For this, I will give you the logic of this formula with the help of a stupid example. Let us go to this example. Alright, let us assume there is a guy called Mr. X. Okay. This fellow goes to a hotel to have his lunch. He goes to a very nice restaurant to have lunch, and then when he sits on this table, what he sees next to his table is a very, very beautiful girl sitting over there. The moment Mr. X sees this girl, he immediately falls in love with this girl, and immediately he got courage from somewhere. He gets up from his place, he directly goes and proposes to the girl. Now friends, this girl to whom he proposed was actually a mental patient. She had just come out of the hospital, just got treated, and she had this crazy addiction towards chocolates. And now this girl is saying there is a guy sitting down next to me who is my bakra, and to whom whatever I tell he will listen to it. And then what she says is, yes, I will agree to get married to you, and I agree to the proposal provided there is one condition. This one condition is that you are supposed to get me family packets, 365 family packets of Dairy Milk Silk every year on my birthday towards infinity. So now Mr. X is all worried. He is doing some calculations in his mind. He is like 365 Dairy Milk chocolates. Approximately each chocolate is having a price of, let us say, 150 rupees. So now he is going to do some equations as to how much will that turn out to be. So he'll take his calculator and he will do 365 days into 150. He gets the answer as 54,570. Plus she was asking for some Milky Bar, some 5-star, some Snickers, etc. All together, when he did the calculation, he got to know that every year he has a committed cost of 60,000 rupees. So he started asking this one question: is it enough if you get these chocolates for 5 years? The girl said, no, I want these chocolates forever. Whether you live later or you die, I don't care. You do something so that I can get these chocolates forever. Only then I am willing to get married to you. Now this guy got totally freaked out, and he is now deciding what has to be done. Leaving this girl is not an option right now because he is in love, deep love with this girl. Finally, he came up with a wonderful idea. He thought, I need to generate cash flows of 60,000 every year towards perpetuity. So if I deposit a particular sum of money today in bank, let us say I deposit some amount in bank at the rate of 10% each, I should be getting 60,000 rupees every year towards perpetuity. So when he did a backward working, the answer what he got over here was 6 lakhs. This means if he puts 6 lakhs in bank today at the rate of 10%, he will be able to make 60,000 rupees every year towards perpetuity, and he will be in a position to afford these dairy milk chocolates for this girl. But friends, now there is another twist. One of the assumptions that I made in this example is wrong. I told that every year the cost required will be 60,000. But in real life, this 60,000 is only the base year price. There is something called as inflation. So every year what will happen is this price will keep on increasing slowly and steadily. Let us assume this company is having an inflation rate of 5%. What this means is, I will show you in a fresh page. What this means is if year 0 the cash flow turns out to be 60,000, year 1 it will be 60,000 plus 5%, that turns out to be 63,000. I will now repeat this point once again just to ensure that you have got clarity on what I am trying to say here. Year 0, if the price of the chocolate is 60,000, year 1 with an inflation of 5%, this price should increase to 63,000. Year 2, it should be 63,000 plus 5%. That should turn out to be 63,000 into 1.05, 66,160. $66,150. Alright, so if this is the way how cash flow goes on increasing, then my earlier formula where I got 6 lakhs will not be correct. Earlier I got the answer as 6 lakhs. Earlier I got 6 lakhs is the present value of 60,000 towards perpetuity at 10%. So ideally what I did over there was nothing but 6 lakhs is equal to 60,000 divided by 10%, or the formula was nothing but 60,000 is the cash flow, 10% is a discount factor. So earlier what I did, the formula turns out to be cash flow divided by discount factor at the rate of 10%. I hope everybody is clear with concept number 1. Now the next part what I am coming to is inflation. There is an inflation of approximately 5%. Now depositing 6 lakhs will not be enough, because first year I might have got 60,000, but in year 2 I will not get 60, because there is an inflation coming up and the price will become 63. So obviously I'll have to put in more interest, and slowly the balance will become 0. So friends, what we will do now is, instead of depositing 6 lakhs, earlier what I did was 60,000 divided by 10%. Now what I will do is, I will do 60,000 divided by 10%, which is a discount factor, less 5%, which is the inflation rate. So here I would get the answer as 12 lakhs. I will prove to you how 12 lakhs is the right answer. Year 1, I am investing 12 lakhs. On this, at 10% interest, I will get 1,20,000 as the interest. The payment that I have to make for dairy milk is only 60,000. If you observe, 60,000 is exactly the half of 1,20,000. Now let's come to year number 2. I have put 12 lakhs. I got an interest of 1,20,000. Then I have paid 60,000 for the chocolate. So my opening balance over here will turn out to be 12 lakh 60,000. On this I will get an interest of 1,26,000 at 10%. Now the price of the Dairy Milk chocolate turns out to be 63,000. Friends, observe one thing very carefully. 63,000 is exactly the half of 1,26,000. Let's go to year 3. Year 3, 12,60,000 plus 1,26,000 minus 63,000 plus 1,26,000 minus, I get the number as 13,23,000. So I would get 1,32,300 as my interest. The price of Dairy Milk is 66,150. If you observe, friends, 66,150 is again exactly the half of 1,32,300. Or friends, what I am trying to tell you here is that if I deposit 12 lakh, the interest what I am going to earn is always going to be 2 times of that of the price of the Dairy Milk chocolate. So whenever the Dairy Milk chocolate goes up by 5% and it goes on increasing, the price, the interest will also go on doubling. So this way I will be able to afford Dairy Milk chocolates forever towards perpetuity. So friends, the entire exercise of creating this table was to explain to you one simple thing which I am going to share now. 12 lakh is equal to 60,000, the price of the chocolate, divided by 10% minus 5%. Or I can say that present value using perpetuity is nothing but cash flow divided by discount factor minus inflation. Okay. This is a very important formula as far as the CA final is concerned. That is the reason I spent so much of time on this, friends. So please understand the logic and do it, because otherwise all these formulas will not make any meaning. I hope this is very much clear to all of you, friends. Thank you so much.